Um, at times there's this feeling of something real and something unreal. And so often we refer to the world out there as being real, and then the world that's being created here as unreal. Who feels that? Sort of. But in fact, the things that you're experiencing here in terms of beauty and joy and peace and the being, all this is as real as what's out there. It isn't that this is an illusion or a dream, but it's a reality. But what's happened is that over a period of time, the inner being, I'll call it the soul. So the soul has actually collected within itself many, many acquired imprints. The original imprints are there, the good ones, the beautiful ones, the positive ones, but the acquisition of all the negativity and all of that means that at the moment we are a mixed bunch. So there's something that's good, but there's a lot that's needing to be stripped away. And so I think the juggling is between that and this. But if I come to believe that my original state is actually that being of purity and goodness, and I know that I've acquired the rest, but I can also clean it out and wash it away. And so first that realization that at the moment it's a mixture, and this is why there's this disorientation perhaps. But coming back and knowing that the more time I give to myself to nurture the good by revealing it and experiencing it and letting the light shine on it, the more it's going to develop. And this is something I can carry back with me out there, and it'll have an impact around me also. But what I do later, we'll talk about on Sunday. But today, just to know that there is this upheaval inside. On the one side, the beauty and the goodness, and on the other side, thinking about my experiences in the recent past, which perhaps have been a bit of a mixture. But to know that both are real, neither is imagination, but what I want to focus on, what you give attention to, and your energy flows in that direction, then that's what's going to be enhanced. And so that's the purpose of a gathering like this, to be able to first recognize that which is within, but to know that it's not by doing that I can access it. The feel-good factor when you've done something for others is great, but then that's also like becoming dependent on that. And when there isn't that opportunity to serve in the same way, what do? I feel lost. I feel that I don't know what's happening now, what's going to become of me. When a career comes to an end and I'm retired, how do I reinvent myself, or what do I do at that time? But knowing that all that goodness is in me, and it's popped up from time to time at moments of crisis. During COVID times, we saw a huge outpouring of compassion and love. And then after that, we saw huge problems with mental issues. And that's the pandemic at the present time. Huge, huge issues. Because we haven't really known how to stay connected with the goodness of the inner being. And so then when we face that reality of all the challenges, then this again gets suppressed. And there's an expression that says when you suppress things, there's depression. I can suppress anger, that can lead to depression. But I can also suppress my goodness, and that also leads to a state of confusion, because I'm not being true to myself. And so the process that is used is every day being able to nurture the goodness, by giving time to myself. And it's not hours and hours and hours, but it's a little bit of time to begin with, and then through the day, again, just giving it that inner attention.